All right. Welcome back. So, thank God for Sky Collection. Jorge, my buddy, who very simply and easily figured out what was going on. And I don't know why I didn't see this. The the rotor here was too close to both ends of the ring magnets, and that was causing magnetic friction. And I don't know why I didn't see that. So I'm going to make it longer, but I am going to go with this. This is what I like. That ball bearing is pressure fitted inside there. I'm going to glue this up, but the bearing, the ring magnet is pressed up against the carbon fiber rod. This guy, if I pull on it, has a stem that goes inside, and it's printed 100% infill. And I'm going to make it longer, probably a little bit longer than this. Although I think this one might work. But I got to remember that these magnets are really strong. So what I need to do is place it next to this. And when I feel the least amount of resistance or pull, that's the distance I can use. So let me get going. Stay tuned. All right, so to show you what I mean. So this is how close it was. And actually, if I do this, and I can feel it. So right about, so there I can feel, whoops, yeah, see, I can feel it there. So probably about this far. Yeah, actually, that's not too bad right there, but probably about that far. So I'll have to measure that and put that on both ends. Stay tuned. So I figured it out. So the tube itself is 100 millimeters or 10 centimeters. And I figured out if I do 100 on each end, that's far enough away. So that should work. Now I just have to get the shine off of this in order for it to slide through the actual housing itself. But yeah, so now I'm going to have to figure out, I think what I'm going to need to do is undo these, obviously undo this and see how far I can slide it back. I don't know. I might have to go to this old setup here and just beef it up. So I'm still going to use these guys. I'm not going to use where is the other? Yeah, I'm still going to use this type of platform. What did I do with the other one? Anyway, stay tuned. All right, so I was able to figure out the right distance and also the distance that the magnet has to be from the back plate here. It turns out this should be perfect. Should be good. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to use this guy for, oops, that guy for a back plate. Let me go down here and get this guy. I'm still using it in that one there, as you can see. But because it's using a ball bearing, I don't know that I really need to worry about it too much. It turns out that's magnetic, whatever that is, which is kind of good, as to my favor. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should go back to the glass. The glass and the ball bearing. I don't know. I'll try this first because that did work on the big monster rotor. It worked fine. So let me give it a shot. I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up, and then we'll see what we can see. Stay tuned. All right, so this guy works great, and I tested it putting it in here. I thought that the distance was going to be good, and it is, but it pushes out more than it pulls in, and I want it to pull in just a little bit more than it pushes out, if you know what I mean. So right now it would work, but I would have to really fight to get it in. So the dumbass video played a weird thing. Maybe I got the magnet too close to it. Anyway, as I was saying, I thought it was going to work. It does work, but like I said, it pushes out too harder than it pulls in, and I wanted to do just the opposite. So no big deal. I could put a spacer in there. But this setup works really well. And I was really close to thinking, I was really close. I thought that was going to do the trick without having to need a spacer, but no biggie. Let me get the spacer in there and get this thing together and get a first run. All right, so putting the spacer in here has the effect that I wanted to. It definitely pulls more this way than it pushes this way. But I think it's a little bit too deep. If I can only find a piece of plastic that's thinner than this, like half of that size, that would be the absolute perfect perfect compromise or perfect in between. But it will definitely work with the spacer, no doubt about it. So let me take a look around the shop to see what I have. If not, I'll just continue on. Stay tuned. Much better. Much better. Yeah. So I'm not getting any interference with there. Spinning nice. I don't see any jumpy. I still think it's in just a little too far, but it'll work. It will work. Yeah, nice and smooth, sturdy, not going anywhere. All right. I'm not going to set it up with the Hall sensor. I'm just going to set it up with a regular JL94 circuit. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So probably no first run today because I just realized that metal backing that I have back there, yeah, it's no good. I got to get rid of it. And I can either just put it against the glass or just put it against the plastic. But what I think I'm going to do is double up on the glass, which will push this out just a little bit more. But I mean, it's working great and I can get it to run, but then it drifts on that piece of metal, which is no good. I can't have that. And I don't want to hurt anything. And again, I'm running it off of the JL94, which Sky's going to yell at me about. But let me see if I can switch out the backing really quick.